and welcome to Side Character Quest. I'm your side character guest, Eli, and with you, as always, is your host.
Welcome to Bad Intro Generator. Please roll 1d6 for random voice quality.
We kind of did a robot last time, but I guess this is a different one.
Please shut up.
1d6. I got a 1.
You have selected Bad German as your voice quality. Please roll 1d4 for your personality quirk.
I got a 1.
You have selected sensual.
Oh no. Oh no, a bad German accent?
Yeah, how are you doing today? How are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing alright.
I see you there with your headphones. Quite stylish over there.
Oh, thanks, they're Star Wars themed.
Oh, I wish that I was there so I could smoke your earlobes.
No.
But alas, they are in their little prisons.
Can we get Ty in here? I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, sure, I will go get Ty. It would be very wonderful.
Okay.
Right, bye.
Bye.
Hello!
Ty, you left it on random host generator again and came up with a sexy German person.
That sounds delightful.
It wasn't, it was uncomfortable.
Wait, did you say a sexy one?
Or sensual.
Okay,
sensual.
okay. Sensual. Okay, I was just wondering because the personality quirk menu, it just has sensual, hateful, best friend, and zealous. So I don't see how it could have done the sexy, but sensual makes sense.
Ty, can't you just show up on time for once?
No.
I hear you. Hey, Ty, sometimes you show up on time for other guests, but for me, you're always late. And you know what? I'm starting to get hurt by it.
I'm sorry, man. I hope you know that it's only because I trust you to open the show without any supervision.
Okay, well, thanks, Ty. Just don't leave it on the random host generator again. That was uncomfortable.
Why do you hate me so?
You hurt his feelings.
Well, it's a computer. It doesn't have feelings.
Yes, Eli, I love you.
He loves you.
Hold on. Wait, I got this. Control, Alt, Delete,
Okay.
End task. I think I shut it down.
I'm dying, Eli, in your arms. Oh no.
Nope, not in my arms.
He dead. You killed him. That's so cruel.
I would do it so many times. I would do it several more times. That I can only kill it once.
Your lust for blood is
Nope, not blood.
Your lust for wet electronics is no. No. Hey, recap.
Okay, wait, hit me with that, last time on Side Character Quest. I find whenever I do that, I try to make my voice echoey by itself, but I know that you're just gonna put on sound effects, so.
Yeah, man. It's not really necessary. So do you wanna do a quick recap? You can do this
Sure.
very vague.
Sure, I had a vision quest. I was a deer and a cat. Nope, I was a deer and a mouse and a bear. And then I had to trap fish from going into the temple, which was a real bummer. And then I showed up and I got in the temple, I got the place where the storm was originating from, and just in the middle was someone that I think longtime listeners might recognize, but lore is just assuming is a haint. It's a haint.
Gotcha. So tell me what do you know about the situation right now? Like
Me as a person?
like what does Lore know about this situation right now that he has walked himself into?
So
You are standing just out of this hall in the middle of this temple on the top of a mountain. In the center of the room is this figure with some sort of dark energy radiating out of them, dark colored, not necessarily evil, and then big old wings.
Yeah, so, I can tell you what Lore knows.
Okay.
Lore knows that he is in the temple that the temple of Brega that, as far as he knows, only the peak is supposed to go into. And the current peak, Fish, cannot go into. So as far as Lore knows, he's the only person who can come in here. What else does he know? He knows that the bottle trees that are put up outside the temple to keep haints out are broken. He knows that the storm that originates in this room that he is in has gotten bad enough for the current peak, his childhood friend Fish, to come and find him and drag him literally to the other side of the known world. And he knows that some evil-looking motherfucker is in the middle of things, and he's probably a haint. Wait, what? Like, describe, because you've just said a person, so, like, is it just, like, a vague person shape with a dark aura?
Give me a, I feel like you can give me a perception check here. Depending on how well you do, I might just continue to give you some extra info, or I might make you roll in the future. If you get real good, then I might just tell you stuff.
Because, like, Eli knows more about this situation because I've been listening to side character quests for a while. Okay, my passive perception is, or not passive perception, my perception roll is a 12.
Perception rolls a 12. Okay, you can tell that she is taller than you. She looks vaguely human if it wasn't for the fact that she has black eyes and she has large wings that are kind of tattered looking. You're raising your hand. What's up?
Just to let you know, Ty, I believe in your asides episode, you did mention that Silas in this form still has glowing eyes.
Yes, glowing black eyes.
Oh, glowing black eyes. Okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, then I apologize.
Yeah, thank you for catching that, though. You also know you also notice that their form is sort of overlaid with another sort of shadowy shape. And I think that's all I'm really going to give you. Their clothes are not in great shape either. They're kind of dirty. They seem to be carrying some sort of a pack on their back or probably on the ground near them.
Okay, is it also safe to say, just because, and I don't know if you're going to change this later, but last time you used the bargainer's voice, so is it safe to say that, like, the voice does not necessarily match the motions of the body that it is coming from?
Yes, that is safe to say.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Lore reaches down and unties his club off his hip, and it starts to glow green and sprout plants as he casts Shillelagh, and he's like, "You're the ugliest damn haint I've ever seen in my life." Now, only haint Lore has ever seen in his life, if she is a haint. But we will see.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to do the original bargainer's voice, but I've been having a little bit of trouble like locking in on it. So sorry if I slip it sometimes.
Sure.
Well. What have we here? A dwarf.
I think you went too British.
I think. Okay. All right. So I need to dial back.
Can I tell you what I would imagine it as?
Yeah.
Remember your voice that you used for that other podcast?
Yes.
It's like that, more feline.
Okay. Well. What have we here?
That might be it.
A dwarf, of course, but also a druid, and a good one by the looks of it. Not that sad little boy that's been banging on the door all this time. No, you did your service, made your little bargain with nature, and it let you in. But what for? What are you here for?
Hey! Fuck off. Who are you? What are you doing? Why are you here? You're not supposed to be in here. I'm not supposed to be in here, so we both should leave right now. You need to stop doing whatever shit you're doing in here. Or I'm gonna have to kick some ass. Listen, it's been a long fucking day, man.
I'm just a simple merchant, druid. I'm just a...
No, I'm sorry, nope. I'm gonna give you one more chance. What the fuck are you doing in here? Because you're not a merchant, you're glowing black, and you look weird, and you got weird wings, and you're in the middle of my goddamn storm that I'm supposed to be fixing. So, one more try. From the top, my name's Lore. Who the fuck are you?
My friends call me the bargainer.
Yeah, how many of those you got? Like, round up to one, maybe?
Well, quite fair, I believe, but I find that what binds us together is not always mere friendship, but deals and agreements and service, and that leads me to my question of how can I be of service to you today, fine sir? He smiles and places his fingers together in front of him, and just sort of looks at you kindly.
Lore kind of reaches back and puts his shield on, grabs his shield, and he's like, alright, so deals, merchant, I'll make a deal for you. You leave, you don't darken this doorstep ever again, and I don't see how far I can shove this stick down your throat.
I want you to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. I was worried he wouldn't take kindly to that one. Oh, it's +7.
Oh, nice.
Laura's wise beyond his years. 20.
20? Oh, fuck, really?
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
Not an actual 20. It's a 13 +7.
Gotcha. That's still really good. I don't know what happens. Okay, so you know that this person was smiling at you, you felt like this wave, this momentary wave of a friendly feeling wash over you, which then quickly you pushed back and broke through.
Years of experience.
Yes, exactly. And you push through that and recognize that this person has, or this creature, this thing, has just tried to charm you in some way.
Lore feels that, and he kind of lowers his club and his shield just a little bit, and he smiles, and he's like, you know what, friend, you're all right. I got a question for you. Do you mind me asking a question? I hope you don't mind.
Give me a deception check. I think ooh, I like this.
Hey, my deception, not great. Hey, this might come as a shock. Laura has pretty shitty charisma. I got a 12. 12?
Okay. You have succeeded. He doesn't think that you are charmed right now, or he thinks you are charmed right now.
Hell yeah. So, okay, yeah. Do you mind if I ask you one real quick question, bud, before I kind of get out of your hair and we just kind of figure out what to do next? Just one quick question.
He sort of tilts his head to the side, and the smile that's like, you can tell at this moment, it's not really part of the person's face that's looking at you. It's sort of imposed over it.
Nice.
And the smile widens, and they say, but of course, my friend, whatever do you want to know?
Honestly, I don't know why. I feel like I should be mad about this, but I don't really care that much. It's just curiosity's sake, I'm a druid. I'm interested in sort of nature patterns. You got anything to do with this storm getting weird?
Oh, my friend, of course I do. We all take part in things in different ways. You were saying? I see that I was about to interrupt you.
Oh, no, it's all good. I gotta say thanks, man. Because, without you, it'd be a lot harder for me to do this. And I cast Call Lightning.
Wonderful.
Let me explain something. So, if I'm in stormy, technically it says if you are outdoors in stormy conditions, but I don't imagine.
No, this place counts. This place counts.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes, you are not in a building. For anything that would count that way, you are not in a building.
So I have control over the existing storm.
Okay. Wait, what?
I am God. Thou shalt have no other gods before lore. Yeah, so what Call Lightning does normally is a storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder, centered on a point that I can see.
Oh my god.
It lets me summon lightning from that storm as an action during my turns. Now, generally, just making the cloud, like the storm, is an action, and then I can only call lightning as an action for the next 10 minutes. But since there's already a storm, I control this storm.
Oh my god.
A bolt of lightning flashes down from the cloud to whatever point I can see within range. I'm gonna make it so that the storm centers around this doof, and then he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say. If you want to do anything that moves the storm or reshapes the storm, you're going so you're trying to move the existing storm, correct?
The way I imagined it is I would be kind of siphoning off a portion, because I imagine that this storm is just buck wild.
Yeah.
But I imagine I could siphon off a portion of it.
Okay, cool. That's good. I basically didn't want you to think that this would give you the ability to manipulate the entirety of the existing storm.
So I'll say this, when I prepared this spell, I thought I could do that. I thought, I'll just stop this storm altogether. I am Lore. I am the Lore, your god.
No, not quite.
Not quite. But I want to siphon off a little bit and just
oh my gosh.
put it so it's 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius. That is the portion that I can control.
Okay.
And it is going to be centered on this dude. And then I'm just he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. He got a 13.
Oh, Ty.
Yes.
It's not going to do it.
Okay.
So, now, here's something that I'm going to appeal to you. So normally with this spell, it does 3d10, but if I'm in stormy conditions, it does 4d10.
Oh my gosh.
Since this is a god, a crazy magical storm, do I get a little bit more? Just a little bit more? Hey, Ty? A little bit more?
So you normally would have had to summon this storm on your first turn?
Yes.
I'm gonna say that right now that is the bonus you get, that you can skip that step.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah.
So 6, 8, 18,
Oh my gosh.
23, 33 lightning damage.
Lightning damage.
And Laura just he kind of takes his hand off of his totem and just sort of stretches. He's like, so how's that feel for you, big guy? Ready to take this outside, or you want to stick around?
Oh man, I hadn't really considered that you might scare this person out of where they are. How much did you say you did?
33 damage.
Wowie, wow.
Oh, and hey Ty.
Yeah?
The rest of this, I can do that without spending a spell slot.
Oh my god.
Because the spell is casting the storm cloud or taking control of the storm cloud.
Yeah.
And then it lasts for up to 10 minutes. So even if we get out of the 1 minute long combat, I can just Zeus this shit. I did roll some very good rolls just then though, so.
As you did all of that, you also noticed that the space that you were in, which had just been sort of this brown flat stone with flecks of this yellow metal, you see that it sort of has shimmered as you have started calling the storm, and it reshapes itself into this tall grass that's just sort of flowing with the wind, as if you were standing in a large field. And with everything else is still there. You can still make out the walls of this room. You can still make out the storm in the center, all of that stuff. But you are suddenly in this space, and then the lightning comes down and just racks the bargainer with shots. And with that, I think that he looks up at you, or they look up at you, and smile, and you see their hand lift up and a black glow start in it. Does a 15 hit your AC?
Yes, it does.
Nice. You see a just long black glow of energy stretch out from their hand, and then hit you in the chest as an eldritch blast cracks through the air and deals only 6 damage, which is actually above average for what that thing can do. And by the way, so they're just in the storm right now, right?
Yep.
So there's nowhere they can really safely go to get away from the lightning.
According to the spell, I can use this lightning to hit any point I can see within 100 feet. No, with 120 feet.
Wow. Okay, cool. This space is like, it is big, but like that's not really, they're not going to be able to get away from you very easily. They flap their wings to blow themselves backwards and away from you, and you get hit by a gust. Roll me a quick strength saving throw.
You know, one day I'm gonna have a character that's just all strength.
Yeah.
Like you fucking watch, man. I don't know why that's never a stat that I'm like, yeah, I want to be a strong man.
I want to be a strong guy.
14.
That just barely makes it.
Woo!
As the wings like just sort of flap towards you, pushing themselves backwards, the wind like pushes against you, but you hold firm and don't get knocked back. As they move backwards, though, you feel. Does a 13 hit your AC?
It ties with my AC.
So you have been slammed into in the side, and you take 9 damage, bludgeoning damage.
Wait, from the wind?
Nope. You got hit in the side as you held firm, and you were like, yeah, I got it. And then you get hit in the side by just 2 large horns that bludgeon into you and knock you backwards. You look to your side after taking this damage and see a ram, a sheep, I guess. I'll say a goat. A goat. You see a goat that is crackling with electrical energy. It has these sort of like lines cracking through it.
Okay. So I want to know what lore knows about a certain thing.
Sure.
So I'm gonna suggest an Arcana check. I want to know what lore knows about possession.
Okay.
So
Arcana check probably, or a religion check. You could make the argument, but probably Arcana check.
probably Arcana check, specifically because I have a spell that might be able to stop a possession. So basically, I have a spell called Dispel Magic, where I can make an ability check using my spellcasting ability. The DC is 10 plus the spell's level. On a successful check, the spell ends. So I'm trying to just get a feel, would Lore think that a possession is something that he could use that spell to end? So I think it would be an Arcana check. And I'm not telling you to tell me if this is something that Lore could do, but will this be something that Lore thinks he could do?
Okay.
Reasonably.
Yeah, roll your dice.
I got a 10.
10. I would say he would be unsure.
That's fair. Hey, a perfect 10? That's fair.
Yeah, because the thing is that Dispel Magic, it dispels a spell on a target that's below a certain level. If somebody is a magical creature, it doesn't necessarily purge that magical creature. So if there is a spell that is affecting these things, then that's one thing. But if there is like a magical creature inhabiting them, then that's a whole nother thing, you know?
Okay. Then I'm gonna do something annoying, Ty, and I'm sorry for doing this.
Go for it.
Lore looks at the ram that just headbutted him, and he's like, "Whoa, 2 enemies is a bit rough for one guy, don't you think? But what about 9 guys?" And then I'm gonna cast Conjure Animals.
Oh!
And I'm gonna conjure 8 beasts of challenge rating 1/4 or lower.
Okay.
which each have their. So, yeah, so technically you control, like, you are the beast, Ty. Let me find some beasts that are 1/4 challenge rate. In my head, they're raccoons.
Oh, if you can find stats for raccoons, they'll be raccoons.
Well, challenge accepted. Like, they're not strong, but I just think that, like, story-wise,
It just feels appropriate.
it feels good to summon 8 of these little trash pandas to attack this goat. Okay, I'm gonna send you the stats for the raccoons. Like, doesn't that just feel good?
It just feels good.
It just
feels
good. Okay, I've sent you that.
good. Okay.
So, I'll give you this again. I say, well, 2-on-1. That's not really fair. But, you know what? I like 9-on-2. And I summon 8 Fey spirits that take the shape of raccoons. Alright, you little sons of bitches. Haven't really had a whole lot of luck with y'all in the past. How about you take care of this ram for me?
Okay. I'm trying to think of how I want to handle this. Tell me if this seems fair. We'll run them as a group, so anytime their turn in the initiative order comes up, they all go.
Well, yeah.
And
Damn, raccoons actually suck. If they hit, it's 1 piercing damage.
oh my gosh.
It's just like automatically 1 damage if they hit. So that's not great, but like I'm not trying to get them to kill this ram. I really just need attention.
Yeah, I think that how we'll do this, how we'll handle this is they are going to be fighting this ram, and depending on how they're basically just going to be keeping it busy while you work with the bargainer until like one of you has gotten the upper hand, and then we'll check back in with them to see how they've been doing. But listener, just imagine that this crazy raccoon goat fight is going on in the background the whole time.
It's just 8 raccoons. 8 like spectral raccoons fighting a lightning ram. And hey, if every single one of your listeners isn't just like incredibly excited by this, then like, what are they even doing listening to this podcast?
What are they even doing listening to this podcast?
Because this is the most fantastical shit that isn't like dragons and unicorns. It's just like the most mundane fantasy shit.
I love it.
All right, so I imagine that what happens is I touch my, when I cast this spell, I touch my totem and I just say, come on! And then just like 8 raccoons just pour out. Just pour out of this totem. And then I point my shillelagh back at the bargainer inside the storm, and I'm like, hey, Ugly, I got another question for you.
Yes?
Are you a haint?
I haven't heard that word before.
You haven't heard of the haint? Did you do the shit in the bottle trees?
He just they just smile very broadly.
You know what? That's some... Well, you done pissed me off. Okay. And yeah, I guess that's the end of my turn.
All right. And with that, does a 15 hit your AC?
Yes, it does.
An arrow sinks it into your back.
God damn it!
Or more along your side. So you've sort of like turned to look at the raccoons and the rams, and you get hit in the back sort of side with an arrow. That does 3 damage. Not that bad.
Okay, I turn to where the arrow came from. What do I see?
Looking over your shoulder, you see a dwarven woman who is dripping with just sort of this glowing green liquid that's sort of pouring out of these cracks going over her face and arms.
Wait, do I recognize the dwarven woman?
Roll me a history check.
Oh, shit. Does this have to do with stonework? 18.
18. You totally recognize this woman. You don't quite remember her name because it's been a long time since you lived in Mount Renna, but you do recognize her as someone who used to do a lot of hunting around the valleys surrounding Mount Renna. You never really got to know her very well because, you know, hunter.
Yep. Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, so she just freaking shot you.
Do I know what's happening here? I seem to be being attacked by the temple itself. Is it the temple attack? Is this something I would know about?
Oh boy, roll me a religion
Should
check.
I roll a religion check?
I think this would be a religion. I know that, like, Brega is not a god, it's more of just a mother nature sort of thing, but, like...
No, that's fair.
That's fair.
Real quick,
Yo.
at some point in my life, I chose to be proficient in religion. And that's never a skill that me as a player has ever been interested in. But here we are.
Here we are.
I only got an 8.
Yeah, you don't really have an idea about what's going on with that, about whether this is coming from the temple or what.
Okay. I look at the woman, I'm like, what the hell, lady? I'm out here. You know what? There's some shit.
She looks at you with just sort of like a dead-eyed stare.
Yep.
Her eyes are glowing like a sickly green look.
I use a rude hand gesture. Whatever. I imagine for dwarves it's like a pinky finger. Just like...
And as you are doing that, does 19 hit your AC? Yes, it does, I'm sure.
Yes. Ty, yes.
Another crack of like black force shoots out from where Silas is. Or sorry, damn it. From where the bargainer is, because it's not really Silas.
Well, it's both of them. Silas is there.
Yeah, Silas is there. Shoots out from their hand and strikes into you. 6 damage again.
Okay. My turn?
No, I think that with that, they are going to sort of beat their wings again and fly up towards you. They're closing the distance, closing the gap, getting away from the directly next to the storm. Perhaps they think that that'll help them. We know better.
It won't.
But they're getting closer to you, making it so that behind you is the dwarf and in front of you is them.
Okay. I step back a good bit to try to put some more distance between me and the bargainer. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to combine Silas with the bargainer.
Byless.
No, the barless.
The barless?
The barless.
The barless.
I try to put some distance. I can move 25 feet, so I put 25 feet in between me and the barless.
Okay, so you're probably about equidistant between the two people now.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
And I look to the raccoons and I say, 5 of you, the archer. And
All right. I will say that in that time period during their last term, the goat got rid of like one of the raccoons. So there's only 7 now.
So I back away. I look at the raccoons and I say, 5 of you, the archer. And I look at Silas and I sort of beat my club on my shield and I say, all right, big ugly, let's do this round 2. And I throw another lightning bolt at them. So
Oh shit.
roll that dexterity saving throw.
That's gonna be a 16.
Damn it. Okay, so they did succeed, but they take half damage.
Oh jeez. Okay. How much to take?
16 damage, take it. So I'll mention this. The last time I asked about this, you mentioned that the bonus of being able to use what could be the largest storm. No, not could be. Is definitely the largest storm in this country. Mm-hmm. Would be that I would be able to use it automatically. Now that it's just ongoing, do I get additional bonuses? Like, can I roll that D10 one more time?
I'm gonna.
Hey Ty, can I hit him, baby?
One more time. I'm gonna say no, just because he can't, or they can't escape from it.
Okay. Second question.
Yes.
Are the goat, the raccoons, or the hunter within 5 feet of
You?
the bargainist?
No.
Okay.
Not at this moment. The barless.
That's an important thing. That's an important thing to keep in mind.
Okay, cool. I will keep that in mind.
Yes, and I told 5 of the... So now 2 of the raccoons are attacking the goat, and the 5 are going after the archer.
All right, cool. So with that, the hunter is like trying to knock these knock themselves free of these raccoons. I'm gonna say that they try to sort of give themselves enough distance to try to shoot at you, which I'm gonna use as a DC
Opportunity attack for the raccoons.
Okay.
Bwomp, 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 bwomp.
Okay, that's fair. I'll roll.
Because if you do a ranged attack against a target and there are other people by you, they get opportunity attacks.
I'm gonna say that like 2 of them at least managed to grab off a bite on this hunter.
Hell yeah, get some, you trash pandas. Hell yeah.
So they managed to do that, and the hunter is going to try to shoot at you still, but they are going to have disadvantage. 17 and 18, which plus 2.
That hits. Hey, Ty.
That hits.
That hits. My AC is only 13.
Yeah. You feel 6 damage worth of arrow hitting you.
This feels like approximately 6 damage worth of arrow. Oofa doofa.
You still have 1 wild shape, right?
Yes, I do have 1 wild shape left.
Okay.
I'm working on determining when is the best time to use that. And also which one I want to use.
As that happens, as you sort of like spin around, having this this arrow hit into you, roll me a perception check real quick.
20.
Yeah, okay. You barely manage to sense a movement in the underbrush nearby as a creature is making its way through the grass towards you. Because of that, you are not surprised, and so it's not going to have advantage on this attack. As a wolf,
Fuck!
as a wolf that is glowing with a sort of like white-ish light cracking through its skin, jumps forward towards you. Yeah, that hits. 22. And it's going to bite down, piercing damage, and that's going to be 4 piercing damage.
Okay.
This thing is biting down on you, so yeah, it's your turn. Wait, no, it's Silas's turn. Silas raises up their hand again and sticks out a single finger towards you, and you see another black beam just sort of spring outward away from their finger and strike at you. Ooh, boy. They did real bad on that.
Oh, good.
This spell, you know what? Let me roll something real quick. If they do really bad again, I might make something good happen to you. Yeah. They stuck out their finger and this beam shoots out, but the wolf, which is currently like biting down on you, you turn and put the wolf in between you and this beam. The beam strikes the wolf, and you see as it's just like, you see that its muscles and just sort of like wither, and though you feel the bite that's on your arm right now just sort of like loosen as it's suddenly just much weaker.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I feel bad about that one, but not too bad. Okay. So at this point, Laura's not feeling great. How does the bargainist look? Barless?
As you were trying to get a view of the barless.
Barless, the bargain ass? That's sort of where I'm at right now.
The
bargain nasty.
Bargain nasty.
Barless?
As you look at the psi gainer, there's nothing good.
Yeah, the Saigoner.
Saigoner. As you look at the Saigoner, you notice, you feel like a moment of like, man, I'm not feeling great. I hope this person's also not feeling great. And then in that moment, the room that you're in like shifts, and the field that you guys are in right now changes to this forest of just tall pine trees. And just the ground all around you is covered with straw, and yeah, that is where you are now. You take a look at the bargainer, and you can tell that while they are pretty heavily hit, and they are certainly angry, they are not scared. They do not appear shaken.
Sorry, I'm thinking.
Yeah, go for it. You do what you got to do. I'm hitting you with a lot right now.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I want to hit this person with another lightning bolt, or if I want to keep myself safe.
Either way, you should talk into the mic.
Hey, it's all picking up.
Okay, good.
Yeah, probably. Okay, so lore mimicking what the bargainess? What did we say? The Saigoner did with one finger up. Does that, but with like a rude finger gesture, which, as I just established, was one pinky. You know, you said you probably had like 0 friends. Well, I got a few more. And then I touch my totem and say, come on. And 2 lions spring out of my totem.
Let's say mountain lions, maybe?
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
As long as they have these stats that I'm going to sing to you, because the lion has advantage on all attack rolls against a creature if at least one of the lion's allies is within 5 feet of the creature and the ally isn't incapacitated.
Works for me.
I mean, they have a bunch of really good stats too, but that's very good. I look to the lions and say, all right, putting you in charge of these dillweeds, and I point to the raccoons. And then I say...
oh my gosh, they're all like... Oh, that's so smart.
And then I say, just run interference for me. Anything pops up, move them around. You know what to do. And then I jump up in the air and fucking swan dive into the ground. And we've kind of talked about this, so if I say a description that you really don't want, then we can. My idea with this is that it is an animal that isn't seen in most of the place because it is kind of native to Mount Renna.
Okay.
So I lift up one very large white furry paw.
All right.
And I lift up another very large white furry paw and pull myself out of the ground. And just all white fur, feline, big tall ears. And I come out with a little, not much of a tail. And I let out a really big roar as I've transformed into a, we'll call it a, how do you like this, Ty? A crag bobcat?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, I'm so happy. Nice.
A native to Mount Renna, all white, long ears, short tail, with inherent magical resistance. And I just let out a real, like, I go to let out a roar, but then bobcats are more stealth oriented. So I kind of just like, I slink off like 40 feet around and just kind of like hide behind a tree. Like I put a tree in between me and the hunter and the ram if I can.
Okay, cool. So I think this is what I'm going to say right now. As far as you have created so many different forces that the Saigoner's minions need to deal with, that I think that I'm going to say that, like, unless you specifically start targeting them, I'm gonna have them just sort of like handle each other.
Okay.
And actually, roll me a 20, a d20. I'm gonna roll one as well, and we'll just see like generally how they're doing against each other.
Okay. I got a 13.
These guys got a 13 as well. So I'm gonna say that they are just like keeping each other perfectly occupied and at bay.
I like to imagine that like the raccoons were struggling, and like as more things were popping up to fuck me up, they're like, "Oh, we can't. We're just trash pandas." And then 2 lions popped up, or mountain lions, sorry, popped up, and they like the mountain lions stood up and put their front paws behind their back like fucking war generals, and they're just like strategizing, like these. They're just like. It's like a fucking game of StarCraft or something where it's like, send the minions here to block this demon wolf, and over here to block this dwarf archer. 2 of you, the ram. 1 of you, back to the archer.
And meanwhile, you're seeing out of the wolf like just these bursts of force damage, like radiating out of it every once in a while, and the ram is every once in a while just like turning into just a bolt of electricity that shoots around the room. and they're just going crazy. They're going ballistic. And in the midst of all of that, you sort of disappear into the shadows as.
Do you want me to make some sort of stealth check or something to try to...
I'm gonna have you do a stealth check, and I'm also gonna have you do a perception check.
Hey, my stealth is a Crag Bobcat. Very good. 19 stealth check. And for perception, 13.
Yeah, the Saigoner did very poorly on both of those. So they do not see you right now. They have just been sort of like caught up in all of the stuff that's going on. And they tried to sort of like beat their wings up into the air, but they can't go very high. So they haven't been able, you've been able to like track them perfectly as they've just sort of been like, they realize they've had to like land down and are walking around looking for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, I cannot be targeted or detected by any divination magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
What?
Crag Bobcat.
Oh, that's very good. Well, so I think it's their turn now. So I'm going to have them. They're going to be looking around for you, and I think they're going to roll a. I'm going to have them do a perception check as a action. Yeah, nah, dog. They don't see you.
All right. How far away are they?
They're probably. Well, you tell me. How close are you at this point?
So I said I moved 40 feet, but I imagined it as like 40 feet bobbing and weaving like around to try to like, I'm trying to get it so that I'm on the opposite side of the Saigoner as the whatever else is being summoned.
You can do that.
Okay. Can I move 40 feet and then hit Saigoner?
Yes, I would say you can do that. And while all of this is happening, you're dodging between like tree and tree and tree, going up these little dips in the soft loamy pine straw covering the forest floor.
Hell yeah! So like just padding, just. And I imagine that you just see the Saigoner. He sees like these fucking spectral raccoons and mountain lions attacking these things that have popped up to help him, and just. And then you just hear a as I go to whack him with my claw.
Should I edit in a really good bobcat sound right there?
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Because I got a 19 to hit.
Oh shit! Yeah, you totally hit.
What up? D8 plus 3. So that's 8 slashing damage.
Yeah, dog.
And then the Saigoner has to make a strength saving throw.
A strength saving throw. Okay, strength is a thing that they did not do great on.
Hell yeah.
12.
Yep, they on the ground.
Well, shit.
And now, since it's prone, I can make one bite attack as a bonus action.
Well, shit.
Okay, Ty, here's where you get to play. I went to make my bite attack as a bonus action. I critically failed.
Nice. Oh, how
Are you
do
happy? Are you happy, Ty? Are you happy? Are you happy that my very cool cat that I turned into critically failed?
What do I want to do to you for this critical failure?
If you want the Saigoner to reach out and say, "I love cats," and just kind of pet me. It creeps me out a little, but it's okay.
1 second. I'm gonna look up a particular spell which I think would be appropriate here.
No.
No, that's unfair. I don't think I can give you like a full on spell. But what I'm gonna say is they as you go to bite them a second time, they whip their wings down and burst up into the air. Roll me a strength saving throw.
Oof. Oh, actually.
Yeah, you got the cats.
16.
16. Yeah, you barely manage to hold on. You dig your claws in to keep yourself from getting thrown backwards as this wind just sort of like buffets you real hard as this one bursts into the air above you. Do you have anything else?
I look up and I just go, and that's it.
Nice. As the Bargainer like has burst up to the air above you.
The Saigoner.
Yes, the Saigoner. You see them start to lower their hand down to point towards you again, And do I want to do that yet? No, I'm not going to. What will I do?
What would you do to kill Lore? Ba-doom boom.
I'm gonna do a simple little. They point their hand towards you and do another one of those Eldritch blasts. That definitely hits. Oh, only 2 damage.
Hell yeah.
So you get hit by this force damage that like pounds into you, but out of the woods you see stepping towards you a large black bear with fiery cracks going through it.
To which I roar. Well, I roar and just make bobcat noises. But what I'm saying is, guys, a little something here at the mountain lions.
I think at this point, if you wanted to send them over there, you would have to like expose one of the 3 other creatures. Are you okay doing that?
Well, not both. I was just trying to get them to make a decision as to who they were gonna send.
Gotcha.
One of them, not both of them,
Okay.
because one of them, based on the stats of bears and lions, they should be a reasonable match.
Well, so what I'm saying is, right now, you've got 2 lions dealing with a wolf, one dealing with a hunter, and then a bunch of raccoons dealing with a lightning ram. So if you wanted to send one of those groups off to deal with the bear, you could, but then you'd leave yourself exposed to one of the other 3.
Oh, I thought some of the raccoons were dealing with the hunter as well.
I mean, yeah, it's a little bit divvied up, but
I was just giving them the option of.
okay. You're not gonna order them.
Yeah, I'm not ordering them. I'm just saying their job right now is to run interference on as much of this as they can handle.
Gotcha.
That was the verbal command I had given them.
Okay. Well, it is your turn right now.
So where's the Saigoner?
The Saigoner is above you, maybe about 15 feet, and then the bear is maybe 15 feet away from you, away from the main group, and the main group is maybe 50 feet away from you right now.
Okay, so 15 feet above me, and we're in a pine forest. I'm gonna, I guess, jump up the tree and pounce at the Saigoner.
Okay.
With a claw attack. That's a 15 to hit.
15. So you jump at them, and they give themselves a small boost with their wings and go just barely out of your reach, and you fall down towards the ground. As you do, the forest that's surrounding you disappears and is replaced by a marsh with Spartina, and low muddy water all around you.
So, okay, so I've dropped to the ground. I'm in the marsh now?
Yeah, the spot you're in, it's not going to impede your mobility.
So how far away, or how far did I move just? So they were 15 feet away. I imagine I climbed that to pounce. So is that 15 feet of movement or 30?
I believe that counts as 30 unless you have some sort of bonus to climbing.
You'd think I would, but I do not.
No.
So I'm going to move 10 feet away.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to crouch down to hide among the Spartina.
Okay, sounds good. Give me. So that's I guess going to be a spell, or I don't know if I can let you do an actual specific stealth check, because
Yeah, I guess hiding is a bonus action for roads.
Yeah. Okay, so Silas, the bargainer Saigoner spins around. This is a sort of thing, the sort of a complication that I had not anticipated. Names. Spins around as you have flown past them in the air, and whips their hand towards you again, is about to strike out when you land down just as the landscape is changing, and you get swaddled up in this grass and try to hide yourself. And in that moment, you see them pause for just a moment, and you see once again that smile. It's strange how sometimes the smile seems to widen, even though you could have sworn it had already widened to the max, you know?
Ty, I hate this. I hate this so much. I hate this. I hate this. Hey, Ty,
Yeah?
this? I hate it. I just hate, because I have a very clear mind, or vision in my mind, of just, like, this ever-increasing smile, despite it, like, already being way too big.
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it so much.
It's weird because, like, the smile, like, always seems just past what a regular person could do. But then it gets a little bigger, but it still seems just past what a regular person could do. It's very unpleasant.
In my head, I don't know if you've read the comic arc where the Joker had his face torn off and then he stapled it back onto
That's
his
terrifying.
face. That's exactly what I have in my mind. That just like you have the like muscle underneath is Silas's face, and then just like the smile that is crudely stretched across it is the like skin. Oh, I hate it so much.
Unhappy. I am not a fan.
I'm trying to kill this thing because of this.
So at that, the creature, Bargainer, like swoops down towards you and lands right in front of your face. And in that moment, even though you are still in the form of this cat, you feel as though everything has like melted away. You're no longer looking at a woman wreathed in this weird black glow with wings sprouting out of her back. You're no longer in this salty marsh. You're no longer a giant white bobcat. You are a man who is standing in just a space looking at a figure with a wide-brimmed hat, a large smile, and traveling merchant's clothing. And in that moment, as their smile spreads, I want you to roll me a wisdom saving throw. Thanks to the Joy Drops for the use of Not Drunk as our intro and outro music. Find them at thejordrops.com. You can find us at sidecharacterquest.com, at SCQ Podcast on Twitter, or by email at sidecharacterquest@gmail.com.
The Scavengers Network.
Creator-driven,
Community-focused.
treasured content.
Hey guys, before we get on to bloopers, I just wanted to let you all know that recently I guested on Rolling Misadventures, where I got to play Fiasco, which is kind of like playing through a movie that you improvise along the way. We did one that was a high seas pirate adventure. So if you ever wanted to hear me and a bunch of silly people make bad pirate voices, check out Rolling Dem Crossbones, which is the most recent 2 episodes of Rolling Misadventures.
I'm JDC053, a confused clone without any pants.
I'm James Not a Cop, who is definitely not a cop.
I'm Tobias Clutterbuck, a terrible Victorian actor.
I'm Action 6 news reporter Chet Cleveland.
I'm star of the stage, Helen Slaymaker.
And I'm Lieutenant Starburst Cheez-It Taco Bell Esquire, the third.
And this is Rolling Misadventures, a podcast that's part tabletop real play,
Part improvised audio drama.
And a complete and total fiasco.
Join us every 2 weeks for stories of mayhem,
Murder.
And occasionally, a moose.
so check out Rolling Misadventures.
And see how it all goes wrong.
At rollingmisadventures.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
Dick bees.
This is gonna get cut and put in the bloopers.
I'm gonna start recording now. Let's sync up.
Hold on, let me.
I'm checking my levels. I'm checking my levels. Ah! Okay, so
I'm
I'm gonna
asking
say
you to fuck off. I'm asking you to fuck off. I'm asking you to fuck off.
I'm trying to learn, be better about like varying my distance. Like if I'm talking kind of quietly, I can get kind of close to the mic and stuff. But if I'm talking louder, I can back up. You know, that's the goal.
Congratulations, Ty. You've figured out what I imagine is the first step in recording.
Hey, you know, I've known the punch you in your face.
You can't, Ty. We're in different states.
We are in different states. I'm in a state. You know, I was gonna make a similar joke that I would I want to say would be better, but honestly, my brain hadn't caught up to my mouth yet, so who knows?
No. Okay, that's enough. That does not go into the bloopers. That stays out of the bloopers. That goes in the garbage. Ty? Hey, Ty? Yeah. I do not consent to that singing being put in the bloopers.
Wait, my singing? Or your singing?
Either.
Oh, either.
Both. Okay. I don't consent.
Hey, listener, just know we did a I'm not even gonna lie, a bad we attempted. Backstreet Boys?
Ty.
NSYNC?
NSYNC.
I'm sorry, man.
We were talking about how we were in sync.
That makes a lot of sense.
Kayfabe.
Hello. Nope.
Nope, not. Hey, Ty, not British.
Okay, 1 second.
Lightning damage.
Lightning damage. I believe that goes to the attacker, right?
I mean, I think ties generally go to you, Ty.
I'll look
as per the rules we established freshman year of college. But I think generally yes.
Okay, cool.
I think the way we've always played it outside of side character quests, it was the characters, the players.
I've always just given it to the player, just to make them feel a little better.
Damn. Hey, Ty. Damn.
Yeah, I know, right? I don't want to have to say a ram and then distinguish between a ram and a ram.
D5E raccoon. Raccoon race? Oh, hell yeah, I found a homebrew monster class of raccoons. And the way that conjure animals works is each beast is a beast, but also considered fey. It disappears when it drops to 0 hit points or when the spell ends. They are friendly to me. You roll initiative for the summoned creatures as a group, but like each one has its own turn. So each one does its own attack.
Okay.
They obey any verbal commands that I issue them with no action required by me. If I don't issue any commands, they defend themselves, but I have issued the command that these raccoons should take care of the ram.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how I want to handle this.
I'm sorry, I can take that all back and just summon one beast if you want. I would totally understand.
If you can think of one that you would like better than raccoons, then go for it. But like, I'm down for this. I like this image. I'm just trying to think of like,
if I was to summon one beast, because one beast is a challenge rating 2 or lower, then I would make the argument that Lorne knows of more beasts than he has seen, and I would summon some buck wild shit like a lion.
I think we can keep the raccoons. Yeah. Remember when you were clicking, try not to be talking.
Hey, doing my best.
I'm trying to make you sound as best as you can.
You can't sound that great.
I like your voice.
Thanks, Ty.
You're welcome.
Hey, Ty, can I tell you a quick story? Yeah. And your listeners, if you want to put this in the bloopers.
Okay.
So my first year of grad school, my wife, my then girlfriend, Mallory, also the player of Alton, she was at Disney World working at Disney, but she had just recently gotten a kitten that we had both agreed to share the responsibility of. And of course, when she was at Disney, the kitten was staying with me, a first year grad student. Well, I went to go put flea medicine on my precious kitten, and the cat was being especially bad, and she bit me and she scratched me and she hissed at me, to which I responded with just instinctually another hiss. And then me and my cat were just hissing at each other for like 30 minutes. It was just the two of us. And eventually I did get that flea medicine on my cat because I have yet to be beaten by my cat.
How old was your cat at this point? How big were they?
At that time, she was maybe a year old.
Oh man, so significantly sized.
Yeah, she's a small. You've seen the cat.
Yeah, I've seen the cat.
She's not a very big cat, but her name is Cersei, and she lives up to that name.
Nice.
But she was as big as she was ever gonna be. And we were just hissing at each other. And then I realized, what has my life become that I'm now just hissing at my cat?
That's fair.
So that's how I learned how to do a really good... Hey, Ty, real quick, did you know that they changed the genus name of Spartinoflora?
I did not know that.
Yeah, it was recent. I was at the Benthic Ecology meeting last year, and there was someone who talked about it. And I'm going to look up the name of it, and I'm sorry this will all get cut. It is...
While you're looking that up, I'm going to share the fact that when I was in high school, 300 had just come out. We went on a biology trip to a coastal island of Georgia, and there was a kid who drew a poster or like a T-shirt that said, "Spartinus, prepare for high tide." It was very good.
That's pretty good. I could tell you all sorts about Alterniflora, but that is not its name anymore, but I can't find...
Why'd it change? I'm so disappointed.
I don't know. Yeah, the thing is apparently the common name is smooth cordgrass, but no one calls it that.
No, they just call it Spartina, right?
Yeah, I think it's now like Sporabilis or something like that. Something dumb. And literally everyone in the world is pissed about it. But anyways,
it's a
I
regular
guess...
old Pluto situation. Except that astronomers are happy about that.
Yeah,